end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. This is our World War II.
You call yourself a radical?
Yeah, you know, if that's what radical means, call me a radical.
As a socialist, she wants 7% tax rates. Those are both accurate, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Democratic, though.
Democratic socialist. Democratic socialist.
Very different.
Okay.
So here's the thing. America was never built on socialistic principles. You know, it sounds great to offer people free college, free health care, giving them energy-efficient jobs that's going to save the planet. You know, these green initiatives, they sound great. But anytime you get big government involved with taxations and subsidies and using more regulatory tactics to bully people and businesses and religious institutions, it never works. Rather than socialism producing a robust economy that creates jobs, it provides more freedom and independence. Rather, socialism produces repression and destruction. Now, New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's what you would call a democratic socialist, but don't be fooled by that terminology. Matter of fact, what people don't realize is that Lenin himself was the one who advanced that terminology, and he used it to try to appeal to the masses so that he could subtly implement his form of communism, and we know how that turned out. And I believe that we're seeing exactly that kind of falsehood of this nice played out, hey, we want to work together, we want government to be involved in the economy for the betterment of human beings and our planet, but we're not to be fooled by that. And so their tip right now, her and this guy named Markey, Congressman Markey, they put out this thing called the Green New Deal. And the two have put forth this gigantic proposal for government to take over a large portion of the U.S. economy by eliminating nearly all fossil fuels from the electric grid and force everyone, again, here you have government forcing everyone in the country to buy something that they may not want to buy, and that the power companies that are going to be regulated by the governments and basically controlled and owned by the governments at some point would only sell renewable energy. So they have to get rid of combustion engines. All vehicles must run on batteries, upgrade and replace every building in the U.S., replace airplanes with high-speed rails. Now, already looking at this proposal, this Green New Deal, many experts in the energy field said that 100% of renewable energy to do what they're proposing defies the laws of physics. Now, her draft, Ocasio-Cortez, her draft resolution says that one of the proposed House committee's priorities would be, quote, upgrading every residential and industrial building for state-of-the-art energy efficiency, comfort, and safety, end quote. So one article says, taken literally, this mandate would cost trillions of dollars. There were about 136 million housing units in the United States in 2017, not including any businesses. Even if it would cost just $10,000 to upgrade every home and apartment, which, by the way, that is completely false. It actually costs a few million. They said an extremely low estimate. This is one relatively small part of her plan, which would cost $1.3 trillion. Some people are already taking what the new deal, this Green New Deal, that it would cost the country over $20 trillion in order to implement. And we're supposed to do this by 2030 when our country is already $20+ trillion in debt. The bottom line is socialism is a systematized establishment whereby all the economic decisions regarding price, production, and consumption are made by governmental appointees, including its laws. The Political Dictionary adds a concise analysis. Socialism, it writes, is the first phase of communism. The principle of socialism is from each according to his abilities to each according to his work. Under communism, the basic principle of society will be from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs, end quote. So in brief, I want you guys to understand that democratic socialism allows the government to ultimately decide who works, who gets fed, who gets taxed, who gets power, who gets electricity, who gets to live, essentially. We are not to be fooled by the ploys of these nice, eloquent, intelligent-speaking representatives in Congress who make it sound like they want to save the planet. I'm not denying that many of them are looking for ways to help heal some things and to restore some things and provide opportunity for people to succeed. That's great, but not under the guise of socialism. So stay informed, continue to fight for the freedoms that we have in America, and make sure, my friends, that you're not fooled by democratic socialism.